Now, I've reviewed a lot of Crowns before here on the channel, but behind us, we've got a 2013 Toyota Crown Athlete G. And this one, it might be the one to buy, seriously, because these things are jam-packed with technology, luxury, the price is right, and they're just a beautiful car. So today, guys, we're gonna run you through the Athlete G, we're gonna launch it, we're gonna review it, and we're gonna go find out what this car is all about, and if the hype is real that you should buy one of these, said maybe over a Majesta, an S200, an S180. We'll find out. So let's hop in, go for a bit of a drive. All right, so in the Athlete G Toyota Crown, I gotta tell you guys, I've been to Japan multiple times. My two boys are half Japanese, so I've been there quite a bit. And I gotta tell you, every time I've been, the Japanese, who are car enthusiasts, hold the Athlete G in such high regard. I can remember just, car spotting, cruising up and down the alleyways, the small villages, and seeing the occasional Athlete G in just pristine condition. And again, you don't generally see in Japan older vehicles because of the taxes. They do get charged more the older the car is. Yet, the Crown was always regarded in such high ranking that they would pay the extra just to keep these things on the road. And yeah, I always remember seeing the Athlete Gs back in the day, and it was just like such a good looking car. And I still think today it's beautiful. Now let's cover what's under the bonnet in the Athlete G, because again, unlike a Majesta, it's not a V8. This has got a V6, it's a 3.5 liter NA, and it's the 2GR FSE. So this is a very common V6 that Toyota has issued here in Australia in the past. So a good thing, parts are readily available. But yeah, again, 311 brake horsepower, I believe is the number claimed, 377 Newton meters, again, rear wheel drive, and it's got a 8-speed automatic. Now, there are a couple of variants of the Athlete in this generation of the S210. You can get the G, which is the most powerful and the most luxurious, which we're driving today, but you can also get the S. And don't get it confused, because the S has a V6 as well, but it is a smaller V6. So not quite as powerful, and it is a little bit more of a base model. So I think, yeah, if you're going to get one of these things, I would really try and get the Athlete G, but that's just me. Now, obviously, this is the 14th generation of Crown, and again, Toyota Crown is the longest running nameplate in Toyota. So, this thing has been around for a very long time. And again, you got the S210, which is this one, the 14th generation. Then you had the S220, which was the 15th generation. And essentially, it looks very similar from the outside, but the interior got a bit more of an upgrade again, a little bit more tech. That to me was the last great Crown. The new Crowns that they've come out with since the S220, they just don't hit the mark in my personal opinion. They've gone the SUV route, completely changed the layout of them. Yeah, I mean, it's very sad. Honestly, I'm quite sad. So again, if you can get a hold of a very nice example S210, S220, I think these are cars that will be held in high regard for a very long time. Because again, they just simply aren't making them like that anymore. And it's a shame. Now let's talk price, because this thing in Japan, when it came out, 2013, I believe these were going to cost you around 6 million yen. And translate that to at least present day exchange rate, it's something like $60,000. Now, I know when this came out, I believe it was a little bit more. It's probably closer to 75,000 Australian. But again, these were quite an expensive vehicle in Japan when they came out. Now, on the used market, you can grab a bargain, especially if you know how to import one yourself. Because if you can, I'm telling you, you guys can get one of these cars, a very nice example, for sub 20,000. And that is just insane. If you want to just buy one here, be quick about it. You know, again, I've seen 9 currently for sale in Australia. NextRide, which is where we loaned this one, currently has 2 of them available. And I believe they're in the range of that like 24 to 26,000 bucks. So again, this has got 108,000 Ks. It's up for something like 25 grand. I think it's still a great value, honestly. And it's actually funny because at NextRide, they've got 2 of these, right? I took the stock one because I wanted to show you guys what a stock example would drive like and feel like. But they also have an example that has had a little bit of the VIP treatment. So it's got some nice BBS wheels on it, look to be lowered a little bit with a Modelista body kit. And I gotta say, the VIP style with these Athlete Gs is just something beautiful. And again, when I was in Japan, walking the streets and seeing them in person in Japan, it was just like, wow, it truly is held, I would say, to the same regard as Australians looking at Holdens and Fords. You know, the Japanese look at the Toyota Crowns and go, wow, it's beautiful. They just love it. You know, for a 4-door sedan, rear-wheel drive, that's their Commodore, and that's their Ford Falcon. You know what I mean? Just in automatic mode still, and we just put the pedal down. Man, I gotta say, it's still got a lot of punch. This car still has a lot of punch, and you can drive it hard if you want to in the hills. A set of coilover suspension would definitely help still, but I just love how plush the ride is. I wouldn't even change the suspension, I think. It's just so smooth. Again, you put this thing back into Eco and you take off from the lights, you can't even feel the gear changes in this 8-speed. It's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful, the engineering that went behind this car. And you know Toyota, how good they are in terms of maintenance, reliability. This is the king of Toyotas. You know, the Crown was always held at such a high nameplate, and Toyota always went so hard at making the Crown the best. So when you buy one of these, you really know you're getting like the best of the best out of Japan from the time period. And this thing, you can't say a lot of bad stuff about it. The only thing I'm going to tell you, it's a common issue, the steering wheels. When they come here, they disintegrate in the sun. This one as well, it does have a bit of issues. You can retrim it. It's probably a $500 job. That's about it. I mean, apart from that, not having Apple CarPlay is a bit of a letdown, but you can put Apple CarPlay into these vehicles seamlessly. You don't have to change any screens. It's simply a module you plug in behind it. Very easy to do. And then you get Apple CarPlay wirelessly. Yeah, again, a little mod like that, retrim the steering wheel, put your Apple CarPlay in. This car is seriously the best on the road. Like, I mean, I don't want any of this new garbage. I mean, is that just me? Like, do you want to buy a Chinese EV that's going to give you like, I don't know what, 200-300 Ks of range, be worth nothing in 5 years, for the same price? Actually, this is cheaper still. You know what I mean? And get a Crown that's absolutely gorgeous and drives so damn well. Like, I mean, it's just, the mind just, I don't understand how people haven't clued into these. I think so many people see the age and they go, oh, that's 2013, that's way too old. I don't want an old car. get it through your thick skull. This thing is better than 90% of the new cars coming out right now. And it's got more tech as well. You know, this thing's got nanotechnology, you know, air purifiers in here. It's insanity, bro. Like, this car is so good. It's so good that it's really criminal they don't make these anymore. And it's criminal that they're trying to sell you cheap EV garbage out of China for more money than this. So, yeah, I just have no respect for anyone who doesn't have a look at one of these things and goes ahead and buys a Chinese EV for 30 grand, because you can get a pristine, like brand new almost, Toyota Crown out of Japan for 30 grand. So yeah, it's just insanity. It really is. Now guys, again, if you've been enjoying this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It really does help us out, and find more cars like this to review. And again, we've done S180s, S170s, S200s. You want to have a look at those videos, I'll leave a link. Click the pop-up banner right here. Go have a look at those videos too. Now, one thing that can be an issue with these is getting insurance and certain parts. Now, you can insure these, but because they're imported, you might have to go with a more enthusiast-based insurer. I've actually got a family member who bought a Crown. They absolutely love it. It is such a nice car, and they've got insurance. It's not crazy expensive. The only issue you really can run into is if you have a windscreen that goes, a bumper that goes, you're going to have to source the parts from Japan. Anything mechanical, generally, you're going to have tons of parts available because this motor is in a lot of models here in Australia. But again, if you're getting something body parts wise, it can be a bit of an issue. Yeah, that is something just to take into consideration, guys. And just have a listen to that. The indicator, like that to me is perfect. Like the perfect sound, perfect feel. The turning radius is actually really good in this car. It's got a 360 camera as well for the reverse cam. So yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles here, guys. Bluetooth. It's beautiful. But yeah, again, just the subtle details like indicator, stock sound. That's the stuff I'm talking about, guys. It really is. Now, we got to do the WiperTech wiper test. So I'm actually quite interested to see how these go. So we're going to pull back on the stock. Let's have a look. Oh, man. Again, that is just a power stroke, isn't it? I mean, there's a little streak to it, but that's a good wipe, honestly. And if you can get the WiperTechs on a Toyota Crown, I'm going to have to research it if we can. Dude, that is just, what a spray, what a solid movement. And again, it's the little details in this car that are just making my head explode. Like, I do a lot of car reviews, guys. We're actually coming up almost to our 1000th video. And yeah, this Crown ranks highly. It ranks highly, even though it's not some crazy high performance beast. Again, we are sponsored by WiperTech. So if you want to get some Aussie wipers, some of the best here, click that link down below and you're going to get yourself 15% off and free express shipping. So huge thanks to WiperTech. What do you say we try and launch this? All right, now it's time to find out what this thing can do 0 to 100. And I honestly don't know. I couldn't find a claimed figure. I haven't seen anybody attempt it. I have turned traction control off. I have put it into sport mode. So we're going to come to a stop. We're going to reset the Dragy. And I'm just going to put my foot down. So here we go. Oh, baby! God damn! Did we light up the rear end slightly? Man, I'll tell you something. For a big saloon full of luxury with, you know, just a V6 up front, it's definitely got some go. So let's have a look at the time. Now we got 6.8, and honestly, I figured this was going to be somewhere in the 6s. I think you could definitely get it to a low 6. But yeah, again, you probably just got to be on the right surface, have that right gear change. Again, this thing, when you drive, it doesn't feel slow. It definitely has enough punch. And again, over 300 horsepower, it's healthy. Okay, we're in second, about 3,000 RPM, about 50 Ks an hour, and I'm gonna punch it. Let's go. Oh, man. Yep, we better stop because, golly, I only got to 5th. And this thing was moving, guys. Wow, it's got some serious roll-on torque. Yeah, this thing's nice. I really am curious what you could do to this in terms of tuning potential, engine modifications, because wow, it's already a bit of a beast, you know. Might not be insane 0 to 100, guys, but roll on acceleration, this thing's got some grunt. And yeah, you put this thing into sport mode with the paddles, it feels nice. And that gearbox, man, it feels nice. I gotta say, man, that 8 speeds, that's a nice shift. Now look, we're gonna finish the video off here today. What do you guys think of the Athlete G? I truly think this is one of the nicest Crowns we can buy right now here in Australia. And again, the fact that this is such huge value it offers, the beautiful looks, the luxury, the tech, this is a no-brainer. And these things, honestly, should be selling like hotcakes. So yeah, I don't think everybody's clued in yet. And yeah, this is a lot of car. So if you can find a nice one, guys, absolutely recommend it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.